Hello and welcome to this, the third in a series of short updates from the Crichton. My name's Gwilym Gibbons, the Chief Exec of the Crichton Trust, and today I just want to give you a quick update on how our future thinking is going, and talk a little bit about how we want to work with and engage the whole of the Crichton community, both within the Crichton estate and those who have a vested interest in what we do out with. So just a very quick update on just a couple of things that have been happening over the last week. We had our Zoom Crichton briefing on Tuesday, and a great turnout of people interested in hearing on what we're doing. We're going to continue to do those on the first Tuesday of every month. We also took delivery of a Sterilock. This is a piece of kit that's been used in the agricultural sector for many years, where you basically have to put your hands into a box and they are sanitized, and as soon as they're sanitized it unlocks the door into the building or the secure area which is being protected. And we think it's a really great little biosecurity measure, and we're going to trial that in one of our buildings, and hopefully we'll be installing that next week, and we'll be having a conversation with all the tenants that will be directly affected by the installation of that device. And that's just one of a number of things that we're exploring to start to put in place a range of biosecurity measures. We all know that we're going to be living with coronavirus for the foreseeable future. So the kind of game in town is to think about how we can be kind to each other, how we can be kind to the planet and kind to the place. And for us that is the Crichton estate. Prior to the coronavirus crisis, the Trust has been exploring some of the big challenges that we wanted to address over the next 10, 20, 30 years. And we identified three particular challenges for us and for the society that we operate within. And that, no surprise, is the climate emergency that we're all facing. Ageing society was the second, which is a particular challenge for rural areas, and that Dumfries and Galloway is ageing faster than most areas across Scotland. The third being the future economy. We wanted to see if we can position the Crichton as a place to experiment, be a test bed, a place to explore new ways to work, study and live to address those three challenges. None of that has changed, and I think that the key thing for us now is to think about how we can come out of the coronavirus crisis and think about how we can build back better and build back in a sustainable way to match and meet those three grand challenges, as well as think about how we can look after each other and keep each other safe and well in a coronavirus world. So we need to have a conversation about that. We really want to build a debate and have a really good kind of deliberation with everybody who is a stakeholder in the Crichton estate. So that doesn't just include those people that work and study and live on the Crichton. It's all those stakeholders and partners who operate out with. And we want to think together how we can develop solutions and test ideas and build a real Crichton community response to this global crisis. And it's about us acting locally in the confines of what the Crichton estate is, to develop solutions that could then be replicated and rolled out to other places. And we're having some really interesting discussions with a number of commercial companies and also public bodies about how we can use the Crichton estate as a response to this challenge. So at the heart of that, we think we need to come up with a series of kind of key principles of how we can look after each other and be kind to each other as a Crichton community. So we're going to start a conversation initially and around that, what those principles might be. And the idea being that as soon as you enter onto the Crichton estate, you need to buy into those measures, those biosecurity measures, those key principles, a kind of Crichton concordat, if you like. So we'll be in touch over the next week or two to start that conversation, as well as keeping an eye on what's happening in terms of best practice across Scotland, the UK and further afield, to see if we can pick up some ideas and start looking at things that we can start implementing and testing on the Crichton estate. So I'll give you another update next week, but in the meantime, please keep up the social distancing. The challenges that we're facing about how we get back to work are nothing like the challenges that people are facing who have lost loved ones or have loved ones who are seriously ill at this time. So, in the meantime, until we talk again, stay safe and stay well.